Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now. I'm Emily Brown. Allison is off tonight. We start with the 2026 race for Wisconsin governor and Scott Walker officially silencing the speculation on his X account. He is not interested in running.
I'm not going to be a candidate for governor in 2026. In fact, I'm going to continue my work as president of Young America's Foundation.
But Walker did say he's not ruling out a possible future run for something in politics. So far, Republicans Bill Berrien and Josh Schoeman and Democrat Sarah Rodriguez, the lieutenant governor, and Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley has said he is planning an official campaign launch. Well, an e-bike accident in Winona, police say it happened on Highway 61 and Huff Street, the bike colliding with a vehicle. One person was taken to the hospital. Tonight, no word on their injuries. And a wild scene in a La Crosse neighborhood, a large police presence by a house on the corner of Rose and Carr Street. At one point, police reportedly wouldn't let neighbors into their houses. Officers told News 8 Now it was tied to an active investigation.
Well, throughout the evening hours, our friends over in central Minnesota have been dealing with some pretty extensive rainfall, and it's looking like that is going to be making its way into our area over the next couple hours. This system, though, has weakened quite a bit now in the last hour or two, but still tracking heavy rain potential. Seeing some showers starting to edge closer to Eau Claire now, getting in into areas north of I-94. But again, the more heavy rain for now is staying off to our west. We're going to continue to see those heavier showers and thunderstorms, mainly stay west and near the Mississippi River Valley as we go throughout the nighttime period, possibly feeling a couple rumbles of thunder as we get around 2 in the morning for La Crosse. After that, then a lot of the system moves out of the area. Most of us will be just left with some showers. Still holding on to some cloud coverage, though, throughout the early morning hours. A lot of those clouds move out, though, as we head into the afternoon, and then we're left with another very hot and another very humid day ahead of us. Heat advisories out for areas along and south of I-90 for heat index values possibly getting above 100 degrees. Just because you're not in the heat advisory doesn't mean it's not going to be a hot one. Everybody's still feeling at least like you're getting into the upper 90s tomorrow. So very similar to what we felt today, but after that, we have much cooler conditions on the way. So good news coming up, and I'll have all the details.
Okay, one more day to get through it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Nicole. And a reminder, you can track weather with the First Warn Weather app. You can get it at the App Store or on Google Play. Senator Ron Johnson is weighing in on the governor's race. The Wisconsin Republican says the party needs to get behind a single candidate by early 2026. Johnson suggested the candidates decide who has the best shot at winning and for others to step aside. Last week, Governor Tony Evers announced he won't seek a third term. Governor Tony Evers is pardoning 204 people. His total number of pardons during his 2 terms is now over 1,600. Evers said, quote, "After decades of hard work for many of them to make amends and give back, I am glad they will have the chance at a fresh start." And if you're traveling on Rose Street tomorrow, expect to see a police presence. Police say they'll be conducting a speed enforcement detail on Rose Street between Clinton and Palace Street. No word yet on the specific hours. And a travel alert for tomorrow, a portion of George Street in La Crosse, specifically between Clinton and Logan Street, will be closed. Sewer repair work will be starting. There's also a few detours, Ranger Drive for northbound traffic, Gillette Rose and Clinton for southbound traffic. Construction is expected to last until August 1st. Well, it was a day of family fun at Stoddard City Park. Firefighters and the Lions Club were behind it all. News 8 Now's Jadius McGee is in the newsroom with more.
Hey Emily, firefighters in Stoddard today traded in their gear for something a little more casual, sneakers and a kickball. The Stoddard Fire Department hosted a community kickball game earlier today, but the goal was not just to win, it was to connect with neighbors and raise money for new equipment.
We're going to do a kickball game between our department, the Stoddard Fire Department, and also another neighboring department. We're also going to do another kickball game between our department members and some community members as well. So we're looking forward to that, and we're just super excited to be here today and have fun and bring community together.
Alongside the games, local vendors also pitched in, selling food and drinks to help the department meet their fundraising goal.
I think it's important to have these fundraisers to purchase this life-saving equipment because it helps us as a department help the community and serve our community better, because if we don't have proper equipment, we can't provide the services that we need to provide for our community.
Between the community and friendly rivalries, the event reminded everyone why these firefighters do what they do. It was a day of teamwork, generosity, and support, both on and off the field. Reporting in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Looks like it was fun. Thank you, JDS. And there was a lot of fun at the Houston Hoedown Days in Minnesota. At City Park, there was a parade, bingo, a craft market, and a tractor pull. The Houston Hoedown event started back in 1974 and lasts for 3 days. On day 3 of his trip to Scotland, President Donald Trump announcing a new trade deal with the European Union. Weijia Jiang is in Edinburgh with the details.
On the third day of his trip to Scotland, President Trump announced that the United States and the European Union reached a framework for a trade deal after talks with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen.
But I think it's the biggest deal ever made. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
It's a huge deal. It will bring stability. It will bring predictability. That's very important for our businesses on both sides of the Atlantic. It's 15% tariffs across the board, all inclusive.
The deal comes ahead of Friday's deadline when 30% tariffs were scheduled to be imposed on imports from the EU. As part of the new agreement, President Trump says the EU also has agreed to purchase $750 billion worth of American energy and to increase its investments in the U.S. by more than $600 billion. Also on Sunday, the president addressed the situation in the Middle East. When asked about reports of starvation in Gaza, the president suggested that the aid the U.S. is sending to the region is being stolen.
People are stealing the food. They're stealing the money. They're stealing the money for the food. They're stealing weapons. They're stealing everything. It's a mess. That whole place is a mess.
The president said it is a critical time for Israel.
Israel's going to have to make a decision. I know what I do, but I don't think it's appropriate that I say, but Israel's going to have to make a decision.
President Trump's remarks come days after U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff cut short Gaza's ceasefire talks in Qatar, after Witkoff said Hamas's response showed a lack of desire to reach a truce. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Edinburgh, Scotland.
Trump's approval rating hitting a second-term low. According to Gallup, it's at just 37%. When it comes to immigration, only 35% like his policies. And a CBS News YouGov poll, 50% say they're worse off under Trump's economic policies. Well, we could soon know Kamala Harris's next political move. Harris will reportedly make a decision on running for governor of California by the end of the summer. California's primary is next June. The top 2 finishers will advance to the November 2026 ballot. Since leaving Washington in January, Harris has mostly stayed out of the public eye. Up next, new information on that Walmart stabbing spree, plus possible bad news about the future of Social Security checks.
Starting now, celebrate quality and comfort with the Made in America sale at Wesco Home. Shop trusted American brands like Smith Brothers, La-Z-Boy, England, Best, Door County, and Superior Furniture, all at unbeatable prices. Right now, save on all in-stock pieces made with quality you can feel. Don't see the perfect item in stock? Save up to 30% on custom orders. Built to last, made to order, crafted with pride in the USA. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
As we near the end of construction on our new store, we've got some great offers during the Make This the Summer event at Chrysler Winona. Right now, a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee El Laredo starts at $38,490. That's $7,000 off MSRP. Packed with features like 3-row seating and 2nd-row captain's chairs, power sunroof, heated seats and steering wheel, remote start, and so much more. At $38,490, it's priced better than a used one. So see us today at Chrysler Winona, Highway 61, Winona.
Are your toilets in need of an upgrade? Not only can older toilets be uncomfortable, they can also clog more and increase your utility bills. At Maxwell White, we offer professionally trusted Kohler toilets. Our popular best-selling toilet is the Kohler Highline, available in various heights to provide ultimate accessibility and ease of use. Don't wait. Start enjoying the exceptional power, innovation, and water-saving sustainability of a new Kohler toilet. Trust the toilet experts at Maxwell White. Plumbing done right. Call today.
A man entered a Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan, and began attacking people with a knife. 11 people were injured. Tonight, the 42-year-old suspect is in custody and awaiting arraignment. CBS's Lana Zach is there with new details.
Cell phone video shows witnesses confronting the suspect.
Throw the knife that way.
One with a gun drawn, as others tend to the victims of a stabbing attack inside a Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan on Saturday.
Everyone that came to try to stop him or tackle him, he started slashing, and he cut 9 or 10 people.
42-year-old Bradford Gilley was taken into custody within minutes, according to the sheriff's office.
Mr. Gilley's history shows prior assaultive incidents as well as controlled substance violations. A motive has not yet been determined.
Investigators say Gilley entered the store armed with a 3.5-inch folding knife and waited roughly a half hour before stabbing 11 people in the checkout area. Tonight, hospital officials tell us one of the victims has been discharged and only 2 remain in serious condition.
Our trauma team made special mention of the care that was rendered in the field by witnesses at the scene, but particularly our first responders that arrived on the scene, and the aid that they were able to render, their expertise, their training, their clinical decisions and triage were nothing short of life-saving.
Life-saving. They saved lives out there.
Yes.
Gilley now faces a terrorism charge and 11 counts of assault with intent to murder. Local prosecutors say he could face a judge as soon as tomorrow. Lana Zach, CBS News, Traverse City, Michigan.
Well, new video of that American Airlines evacuation on the runway of Denver International Airport. It happened yesterday. Passengers used slides as smoke billowed from the belly of the plane. American Airlines said a tire experienced a mechanical issue during takeoff.
Definitely an unpleasant moment, but we were lucky we didn't get up in the air yet, so we weren't airborne just yet. So it happened, I would imagine it happened 5 to 10 seconds before we were airborne.
5 people were hurt during the evacuation, but nothing serious. Well, Social Security checks could soon shrink. That's the word from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. Dual income couples may see $18,000 less per year if they retire in 2033. The estimated 24% drop is due to a projected depletion of Social Security's Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund. Nicole's full forecast is next. Plus, what Hulk Hogan was doing before he died, and will the public ever see it?
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Ready for college but not sure where to start? CVTC's Fast Pass event on Thursday, August 7th in both Eau Claire and River Falls is your perfect starting point. In just 90 minutes, you can complete your college application, enroll in courses, and learn about financial aid options. Apply for free at the event and get entered to win a $500 CVTC scholarship. Kickstart a rewarding career in 2 years or less. Register today at cvtc.edu/fastpass.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Shop Wisconsin's best deals at Black River Furniture Outlet. Find unbeatable prices on sectionals, big or small, to fit every home. Great savings on Ashley sofas and love seats. Style and comfort at a price you'll love. Check out our wide selection of reclining and power furniture, plus custom options from Best Home Furnishings. Experience top-tier comfort with Catnapper Furniture. The relaxation is key. Black River Furniture Outlet, your upholstery headquarters. Family values, veteran-owned, and no corporate hassle. Open 7 days a week in Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
News 8, the Salvation Army and the YMCA are helping the community go back to school with Stuff the Bus. Stop by the La Crosse or Onalaska Walmarts on August 8th and fill the bus with school supplies. Donate new supplies or cash, and we'll put them in the backpacks for the students in our community who need it most. We'll see you at Walmart on August 8th to help us stuff the bus. Brought to you by these great community partners and proudly sponsored by Cooley Bank.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Beyonce closing out her Cowboy Carter tour with a big surprise, a Destiny's Child reunion. It happened at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas on Saturday. Beyonce, Michelle Williams, and Kelly Rowland performed a medley of their biggest hits. Hulk Hogan was filming a Netflix documentary at the time of his death. The wrestling legend died earlier this week at the age of 71. The project chronicles the wrestling legend's life and career on and off the screen. Filming remains ongoing. The Fantastic Four: First Steps was #1 at the box office this weekend, the movie bringing in $118 million. The film stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss-Backrack, and Joseph Quinn. Well, it was a good day to catch a flick and stay out of this heat. Let's send it over to Nicole to see what the rest of the week will be feeling like. Nicole.
Well, tomorrow might be another day to go see those new movies. There's a lot of good movies out, and tomorrow will definitely be a day to spend some time in a nice air-conditioned movie theater, because we have another very warm and humid day ahead of us, very, very similar to the conditions that we saw today, and we're starting with that with our overnight lows. Waking up in the morning, many of us really staying above 70 degrees. Once again, 73 for your low in La Crosse, 69 in Eau Claire, still seeing that chance for some thunderstorms to move through later tonight. A lot of that could just be some shower activity, but still seeing some precipitation and some possible wetter grassy surfaces when we're waking up in the morning. Otherwise, a lot of that activity should be out by the time we wake up. Maybe some lingering clouds in the morning, but really not going to make all that big of a difference. Still seeing high temperatures climbing into the low 90s across the area as we get into the afternoon. 92 for your Monday high to start the week off in La Crosse, 89 in Eau Claire. Very warm across the area, and when we add that humidity on top of it, it's only going to feel warmer out there. Here's our feels like temperatures as we go throughout the morning hours. Already by noon, feeling closer into the low 90s across the entirety of the area. Folks south of I-94 already getting into what feels like the mid 90s by that noon hour, so you can only imagine what that's going to feel like once we get to the warmest portion of the day. Around 4 p.m., that's where we're really seeing the heat starting to ramp up. Areas south of I-90 where we see those heat advisories in effect for tomorrow. That's where we could be seeing heat index values climbing into the triple digits. Areas north of I-90 still very, very warm out there, climbing into the upper 90s. All around dangerous heat out there, very similar to what we saw today, possibly a little bit warmer than where we were to the south. Our max heat indices were likely more into the upper 90s, but overall very warm nonetheless. And even as we go into 8 p.m., not finding a lot of relief once that sun sets further south still holding on to heat index values into the mid-90s. So very warm nonetheless. After that, though, we have a pretty big pattern change coming. It's going to come behind some thunderstorms. Again, very identical forecast going into tomorrow, not only because of the heat, but because we have another round of overnight thunderstorms coming in as we go into Monday night. So let's track it out. Seeing a fairly impressive thunderstorm complex moving across central Minnesota. Once again, could see some strong wind gusts within the system, but once we move later into the overnight period, really starting to lose a lot of that juice after the sun sets, and still the possibility for some stronger storms, especially on the front edge of the system, where we're likely to see some more of those wind gusts. Because of the size that this could be, we could see a possible flooding risk with some of that more localized flooding under that heavy rain. All in all, though, a lot of the activity will be out of the area fairly quickly, and we should be dry for the most part by the time we wake up Tuesday morning. However, we could still see some lingering showers as we go throughout the early morning hours. As far as your thunderstorm outlook goes, again for Monday night, still seeing the strongest chance the further west you go before that system really starts to die off. A level 2 out of 5, a slight risk. The largest risks, like I mentioned, going to be those higher wind gusts and the potential for some flooding with that heavy rain. After that, though, much cooler as we go into Tuesday, actually falling back to near average. 86 for your Tuesday high in La Crosse, 84 in Eau Claire. And looking even more forward, much more milds. Actually seeing high temperatures in the upper 70s as we go throughout the end of the week. That's going to be well below average, or average now around 85 for this time of year. So we're finally seeing temperatures dip below that for once. Many days possibly staying below that 80-degree line, especially the further north you are. So overall, a very comfortable and, as you can see, pretty mild setup that we have coming by the end of the week. So looking good.
I'm such a summer girl, and I love embracing everything summer, especially, including the heat, but this does look like something to look forward to, nice and refreshing. I know, but I am looking forward to this. Just feel like we're so glowy right now. Just sweating all the time. Yes. All right, coming up next in sports, Brewers looking to get back on track. After dropping the first 2 games of the series to Miami, Milwaukee was looking for some late inning heroics. Kate is in next with the highlights.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Ashley for the Arts is back. Experience 3 unforgettable days of live music, family fun for all ages, interactive art, and much more, all for $55. Don't miss out. Join us in Arcadia August 7th through 9th. Get your tickets now at ashleyforthearts.com.
Are you looking for a bank that puts you first? Welcome to Cooley Bank. We're rooted in the community with decisions made locally and relationships that last. Switch today to earn 3.71% APY in a Cooley Bank high-yield money market account. Visit Cooley Bank or the website for details. Member FDIC.
Like a lot of things, people come in all different sizes. That's why Slumberland invented the Any Size One Low Price Mattress Sale. Right now, for our anniversary, no matter what size mattress you want, twin, full, queen, or king, you pay just one low price. Get this memory foam for just $99. Any size, just $99. Want it thicker? Any size, just $169. Even thicker? Any size, just $199. Any size, one low price mattress sale. Only at Slumberland.
We're really excited about our new hearing aids that came out. They're called Vitality. They have artificial intelligence, and people have really been hearing better in background noise with them. They're also a lot more clear.
And you can also control it with your phone. So if you want to get more technical, you can make your own adjustments on your phone.
Just set and forget. They will adapt on their own, or you do have the ability to customize it more for your personal preferences and environments as well.
So stop by the Better Hearing Center and find out more about the new Vitality.
Maxwell White wants you to love your water. Preventative maintenance helps to keep the love going. Maxwell White can get your equipment running right so it can last longer and save you money. Call Maxwell White today. Water conditioning done right.
Covering
It's been a rough weekend for the Brewers thus far, dropping the first 2 games of the series against the Marlins. Milwaukee hasn't been swept since the first series of the year when they dropped the first 3 games of the season to the Yankees. So let's go to American Family Field. Brandon Woodruff making his 4th start of the season, but in some trouble in the first inning. Runners at the corners, and Kyle Stowers singles into left field. That scores a run. Marlins with an early lead. Brewers would answer in the 3rd. Man on for Jackson Chourio, and he lines one down the line in left field. Eric Haas is going to come around to score from first. Chourio is safe. He makes it 20 straight games with a hit, and this one ties it up. 4th inning now, and Woody makes a mistake as Heriberto Hernandez gets all of this pitch over the wall and left. Miami goes in front. Let's jump to the 8th inning. 2 outs, and the Brewers get aggressive. Blake Perkins steals second, and he's safe, and that would be key because a few pitches later, Andrew Vaughn sends one deep to center field. Now, it's not going to be a home run, but it bounces over the wall for a ground rule double, and that scores Perkins. This game is tied at 2. Then in the 9th, bases loaded for Blake Perkins, and he's going to walk it off. Deep to center field, and the Brewers pick up a much-needed win, 3-2 the final. So let's go to Chicago for a check-in on the Cubs as those 2 teams battling for the top of the division. First inning, Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate just does get the ball past the 3rd baseline, and it's trouble. Both runners are going to come around to score as the Cubs take an early lead. Later, 5-1 Cubs, but things are going to get a little interesting as Andrew Benintendi is going to rip a 3-run shot over the wall. White Sox within 1, but that's as close as they would get. Cubs close it out. Hold on for the win 5-4. So here is what we've got for the NL Central standings. After the weekend, the Brewers and the Cubs both tied at the top. Both teams with the 2nd best record in baseball at 62-43. Reds are 6.5 games back. Cardinals are 9 games back. And not listed are the Pirates, who are 18.5 games back. So that's going to set up a huge series in Milwaukee starting tomorrow. Brewers hosting the Cubs for 3 games, and it's going to be electric. Game 1 tomorrow evening, Jacob Misiorowski up against Matthew Boyd. On Tuesday, Game 2, Quinn Priester versus the former Brewer Colin Ray. And then on Wednesday, it's Freddie Peralta versus Shota Imanaga. All right, to the American League, the Twins with a chance at a series win over the Washington Nationals, but during the first at-bat of the game, C.J. Abrams going to put the Nationals on top, launches it over the wall in right field just like that. It's 1-0. But the Twins would answer in the 2nd. Nobody on for Matt Wallner, and he's going to crush one over the wall in right as well. That means we're tied at 1, but from there, Washington would take control and they wouldn't look back as the Twins are going to fall in this one 7-2 the final. Quick update from the Northwoods League this evening. Loggers falling 11-9 against the Duluth Huskies. Just 11 games left in the regular season, and then the postseason begins. 5 baseball legends inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame this afternoon. Dick Allen, Dave Parker, Billy Wagner, Ichiro Suzuki, and the former Milwaukee Brewers CC Sabathia. Now, Sabathia only played a half of a season for the Brewers, but he was electric. 130 innings, 11 wins, 2 losses, 128 strikeouts, and a 1.65 ERA. During Sabathia's induction speech, he spoke about the importance of his family, who was with him every step of the way.
I'm blessed to have so many wise and caring women in my life. My mom is the reason I'm a baseball fan. You'll be lucky to have even one of those women in your life, and I've had them all. A village of women who raised me, guided me, made me laugh, fed me, protected me, and a few times literally saved me.
That's so sweet. Sabathia pitched for 19 seasons in the MLB and has the 18th most strikeouts in Major League history.
Credited the women in his life. He was
did.
very nurtured by them and inspired him to do what he's doing.
He didn't speak a lot about his playing time with the Guardians, with the Brewers, or with the Yankees. He spoke a lot about family, his daughters, his sons. It's just, he had a lot, very family oriented.
Yeah. No, well, congratulations to him. And behind every great man is an even better woman. Remember that.
Facts. All right, we'll have more news after the break.
So dandy, pop in to Valley Fun. Fudge and Candy.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
When we say we're stuffed in here like a sausage, we mean it. Mike and Kyle on the sunny side of 61, Sugarloaf Automotive. We buy and sell thousands of vehicles every year.
We ship nationwide every week. We buy vehicles nationwide as well.
Here are a few examples of why we are the undisputed price leader.
Mach-E's from $30,000 off new MSRP. Lincoln's from $15,000 off new MSRP. Or how about late model Mustang convertibles from $16,995.
Get to the sunny side of 61.
Sugarloaf Automotive in Winona.
It's rodeo time in Holman. Join us this Labor Day weekend at the Cooley Region Riders Club for our 30th annual rodeo. But that's not all. Sunday night, the arena turns into a concert stage featuring country star Easton Corbin with Wisconsin's own Chris Cruzy from The Voice. Purchase your pre-sale tickets to the entire weekend for just $40 at HolmanRodeo.com. This is the premier rodeo experience of the whole Midwest. 2 days, one unforgettable weekend. It's rodeo time. Don't miss it.
News 8, the Salvation Army and the YMCA are helping the community go back to school with Stuff the Bus. Stop by the La Crosse or Onalaska Walmarts on August 8th and fill the bus with school supplies. Donate new supplies or cash, and we'll put them in the backpacks for the students in our community who need it most. We'll see you at Walmart on August 8th to help us stuff the bus. Brought to you by these great community partners and proudly sponsored by Cooley Bank.
I never knew fudge could be so dandy. Pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
McDonald's wants to expand its beverage selection, and Wisconsinites will get to weigh in on it. The test lineup hits here on September 2nd. Among the drinks, a strawberry watermelon refresher and Sprite Lunar Flash. No word yet on how long the test will run. Can't keep up with all these drink flavors. Ridiculous. All right, Nicole will have one final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
We're a team you can trust, and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Air conditioning stopped working? Tired of finding ways to stay cool? Don't sweat it. Give G&T Heating and Air Conditioning a call. They'll have you feeling cool as a cucumber without having to resort to, well, alternative methods.
Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Furnish your home with The Forest at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best priced furniture store. Browse cozy Amish rockers, customizable easy sofas made in Wisconsin, and stunning handmade dining sets in hickory, walnut, aspen, and barnwood. Shop pantries, counter bars, gun cabinets, and more. Style your space this season with our cabin rug collection, multiple sizes available. Swing by the bed shed for rustic bedroom sets, bunk beds, and Amish-made office furniture. Family and veteran owned. Visit Black River Furniture Outlet this summer.
Drive your story with a new Ram.
Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Get employee pricing plus for a limited time only. Get your favorite Jeep, Ram, Dodge, or Chrysler during the Employee Pricing Plus sales event. Employee pricing for all means anyone can get exclusive employee pricing on these new vehicles. This opportunity won't last long, so stop into Pischke Motors now. This offer ends July 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people, and being the team you can trust means being here for you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Another reminder, we do have a heat advisory out to areas south of I-90 with heat index values possibly rising above 100 degrees, but it's really going to be hot across the entire area as highs return to the low 90s again. After that, though, looking a lot better.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Football season coming up. We need those temps to cool down.
Yeah. I know, it's right around the corner. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.